everybody. I am Jen Johnson, and I am the Arts Education Coordinator at Prairie Arts Center. And I'm going to walk you through a little art project we're going to do together. I'll talk to you right now kind of about where we're going, where we're headed with the project, and then we'll switch camera angles and you'll be looking at my hands, and we'll kind of go through the project step by step. So just a couple of things before we get started. This project is based on an artist by the name of Hannah Epstein, and she does these really fun, whimsical, and slightly provocative, some of her work, hook rugs, which are full of texture and color. As you can see, this is Bat Boy number 2. And she talks about how her work is inspired by comics and cartoons, as well as folklore, and she's also kind of a radical feminist, which leads to the provocative part of her work. But we're focusing on her more cartoon type creatures. So what you're going to need for the project today, some of you already have, some of you have kits. If you don't have a kit, I'm just going to walk you through real quick. You're going to want to have some felt, and this can be stiff craft felt, or it can be more like the fabric felt. You're also going to want some craft foam, which just gives you another texture. It's kind of, spongy, the way you would think foam would be, in a variety of colors, both of those things. And then some selections of yarn, and we have chosen yarns that look extra fluffy and soft for texture, kind of have a fur-like quality to them. Okay, and then you're going to need double-sided adhesive paper, and what I've got came from I think Hobby Lobby. What many of you hopefully have isn't more of an 8x10. These are 5x7s that I'm going to use 2 of. But basically what this allows you to do is peel off one side, stick it down on a piece of paper, and then peel off the top layer of the adhesive, and then you've got a surface that, instead of having to glue anything down to it, you can just stick the foam on there and the felt and the yarn without any glue mess. So pretty handy stuff if you don't know about it already. And then the last thing is going to be a piece of paper or a piece of cardboard for your base. And I'm just showing you kind of where we're headed. This is the demo that I made. I'll make a kind of another one while we move through the process together, but this is one that I made. And so some of you have a template, which is the same face shape. You could do a different shape if you would like, but you'll want a piece of paper, whatever size you want to make your creature. This is, I think, about a 9x12 piece of paper. Okay, I think that's all. I'm going to switch camera angles and be right back with you, and we'll walk through step by step together. Okay. Okay, everybody, welcome back. So, like I said in the introduction, you guys should have an 8x10 of the double-sided adhesive paper. I have 2 5x7s. So what you are going to want to do is either freehand draw the shape you want for your creature's head, or you can use, if you've got the kit, you can use the template. And I am going to go ahead and cut this out. I just wanted you to see how to do the double-sided sticky paper. So like I said, there's 2 layers to peel back, and whichever one is first is fine, right? And so then this sticks down onto the paper, like so. I'll do the other one. Might have to use my reading glasses for this. Sometimes it's hard to find the edge. Trying to get better at not saying so much when I make these videos. Okay. now there'll be this other layer that I pull off. Hopefully that'll happen pretty easily. Okay, and so that is super sticky, which means you guys can just stick your materials on and not have to worry about glue. The one thing I will say about it though is it's so sticky that some materials don't come up, so sometimes you can't change your mind. One of the things that I did when I taught this in a classroom setting with younger kids was I went ahead and outlined the shape of the head with yarn. And the reason I did that is because, you know, the adhesive paper is clear, and so it just gives you, you know, some clarity on what space you're actually going to be filling in. Okay. See this fun yarn we found? It's got it's good for monster heads, monster faces. Okay. Now, my recommendation is to start with the facial features. So the eyes, the nose, the mouth, and the teeth. And then you can kind of fill in around those things. And just so this video is not super long, I already did some cutting out to save us some time. And one thing that I didn't mention in the supplies is liquid glue. You are going to want a little bit of liquid glue so that you can glue, you know, like if you do an eye like that, you can glue the pupil down on top of the felt, because of course it's not sticky, right? Okay, and then I did, and the teeth too, you're going to want liquid glue for the teeth. I did a big loud mouth. So I'll have to use liquid glue for my teeth. And then I decided to make a cute little button nose to go along with my fierce facial features. This facial shape looks a little bit like a kitty monster. That's what the kids decided. And then I added so this is felt, this is foam, this is felt, mouth is foam, and then the teeth are felt. You can do whatever combination. And then I decided to do some foam stripe. Right. And when we looked at Hannah Epstein's work, one of the things we talked about was that, you know, it doesn't have to be, it's not symmetrical, right? So you can have fun and not worry about having it be perfectly symmetrical. Another material that I failed to mention in the intro is tissue paper. And that should be, for those of you working off our kit, you should have some tissue paper in there, and I'll show you a great way to add some fun texture is to crumple up that tissue paper. Just putting down my teeth, my eyes. And your goal is to fill in this whole space. I sort of laid down that challenge with the kids so that you don't see any exposed white space. And one good reason for that is because it's, you know, it's sticky. So cover that up. Okay, so the tissue paper, you know, here's a little square tissue paper. If you crumple it up, it provides this really kind of fun textural difference from the felt or the foam or the yarn. Right, you can kind of see that. Here, I'll show you in this one. You know, it gives it a different feel. Okay, and so once you've got your facial features on there, you can just, like I said, start working on filling in the rest of the space with felt, foam, tissue paper, crumpled tissue paper, or and or yarn. Okay. And that's it. That is the fun project. I'm probably not going to finish this one so that the video is not too long. You guys, I think, got the gist. But have fun. And you can thank Miss Hannah Epstein up in Canada for her fabulous inspiration. And that is the project. I'll see you next time.